Grand Risings. Welcome to today. So, Cameron, remember when you were in that car accident? Yes, you do. A couple weeks ago. So, while you were passing out business cards, you actually got a call yesterday from the lawyer and also from the, I guess like the medical facilities. And you set up your appointment, you went in, you talked to them, and you kind of just got into the intro level. So the one thing though that was concerning you about this whole incident was the driver of the car, because of some stuff he was saying, which was like, what? You questioned internally. So so yesterday I was just talking with my mom about it, and I was talking with I actually asked the Uber driver on the way back from the medical facility what she thought about the situation. And she was like, "What?" He said, "What? No, you need to stay away from him, and you need to go talk to your family about it or something." And she's like, "Well, why do you think he's acting like that?" I'm like, "Man, maybe he's envious of me, or maybe he's jealous, or maybe he's manipulative, already showing signs of manipulation." So, yeah. So then you talk to your mom about it for a little bit, and she was like, "What?" She was like, "Cameron, you need to write a book. Your life could be a book." Because I was telling her about the situation. She was like, "What? All this happened?" This type of stuff is like, and I'll probably reveal everything that happens in these videos after the situation's over, because it's one of those things that's like, it's unfolding. And these are like, I mean, yeah, these are my videos, but they're not like, people could also watch these, and this is like a sensitive topic, so it's layers. So like, I have these videos that I just post in the morning to talk about myself and people close to me, and then I have like other stuff where I like keep a journal. I also keep recordings of conversations, and yeah, generally just I'm tracking my own life. But I mean, it really just depends, like how honest do I want to be in this video? Do I think someone's gonna watch it before it needs to be watched? So what? If it's my version of the truth. So basically the guy was like, "You need to lie about how many people were in the car. Say there were more people in the car if anybody asks you." And I'm like, "I'm not gonna do that, because I'm not." And then he was like, "Whatever you get, you need to give me a piece of it, because I set you up with this opportunity." I'm like, I didn't really say anything on the phone, talking to him, but I'm just like, "No, I'm not gonna do that." I'm just like, I'm not gonna do that. And then the other thing was, we were the victims, so we got hit. So the other person's at fault. So after I talked to the lawyer, it actually is a moot point, so I really don't even bring it up. Like, I'm going to anyways. He was like, "Don't file under my insurance. File under her insurance, because it was her fault. But I do have both insurances, so you are covered under both." But I was talking about me, I had this whole thing. I was like, "Man, I should file under both insurances." But really, it's not how things work like that. Things don't work like that. So, yeah. The way they work is, depending on what you need for your recovery and injuries, they go to the at-fault party. If you happen to need more, then it would, once the first one is gone after and exhausted, then the other policy can be brought to play. But, yeah, that's just, yeah. So, I don't know. So anyways, some people I've known from a couple years ago reached out to me, and it's just been having these just talking, just having like conversation over text. And I feel like I don't ask. Well, like I said, I don't, but I feel like I ask a lot less yes or no questions, and more of I'll ask a lot more open-ended questions for people because I do want to I want to hear what they would say if they were just talking. Like, if you ask a yes or no question, it's kind of just it's a guided conversation. Whereas if I'm asking open-ended questions, which I normally like to do, like at work, I'll ask closing-ended questions, yes or no. Open-ended questions like, I just ask like, how do they feel about something? How and I guess in a certain way, it's like, I think it's just where I'm at in life because I really do believe that at the beginning and the end of our life, it's just one giant conversation. Like, I guess if you could always track, like not track, but yeah, like if you could like, you could always record every conversation or every time you've ever spoken in your life, you would see that at the end of your life, you had one long conversation, one long dialogue or monologue or yeah, that would be really interesting to see how it would change, it would grow. Sometimes you find out you're a hypocrite and you lie like, oh man, I really thought I didn't believe that, but now here I am saying something completely opposite. And I definitely feel like keeping that integrity is important throughout most parts of your life because that's how you consistently build. Like if I'm building a business, right? And then people come in and they ask me, well, did you make any money? No. And I say no. And then they ask me like, I keep going, talking to people. Then someone comes back and checks in on me like, did you make any money? And I'm like, still no. So like in that conversation, the no's are like, you're not getting closer to the yes that you are making some money. So then you can have a different conversation like, well, since you made such and such money this year, you can now do this, hire a person, or you can now, like you can't say yes to that. Like, are you able to hire a person? Well, no. But unless like the conversation was like, yeah, I've been making money, are you able to hire a person? Yes. And then that's like where you see like the new conversations are like me and the other person are talking about what it is that we are doing in the business. So in that way, like those yeses do get you closer to a more interesting conversation with more people involved, more people working on the business. So the only reason I'm bringing this up is because I just was like talking with this person I know. I'm not gonna say too much. And we were just chatting, I guess. And it's really strange because it's not strange. It's just I don't say refreshing. I just don't text or chat like that anymore. So I guess it just means that whoever I am texting at the time, they're not really interested in me or knowing about me. Whereas people who are interested in you can easily just talk and like kind of like a pen pal. So it is important to pay attention to that where people are actually interested in you and where it's like you're just deluding yourself. Because when people are actually interested, they I guess they ask yes or no questions, or they just I gotta figure out what it specifically is. But yeah, one thing this friend of mine was saying was that I'm extroverted, and I've always considered myself like introverted. But now with this whole me doing the sales and passing out my business cards, this friend of mine is saying I'm extroverted. And they were saying that I was extroverted 3 years ago. So I'm like, wait a minute. I've been like I just think it's funny how like 3 years ago I kind of got to that place where I was less introverted, less just like off in my room all the time, just reading manga, reading books. And now I'm at a place where I was, I can make as many friends as I need or want. But I was there 3 years ago. And then I think about all the things that have happened after that where I didn't realize I'd already, I guess if I'm taking that supposition to be true, I didn't realize that I'd already reached that level of skill that I needed. And I've continued on down the path, and actually I've gone too far down the path to where I've made some business failures in industries that I could have just not gone into. But I guess I had something to prove to myself, or really to my family, and that's a waste of time doing that type of stuff, because it's really just they're my family, yeah, we're related, but I'm different from them and they're different from me, and the things that I'm good at and skilled at are not the things that let me think about that again. The things that I'm good at and skilled at are what I'm good at and skilled at. So I should focus on that. Yeah, that's what I mean. But anyways, yeah, I was in the middle of giving out these business cards. Still got to do that. So even though I'm already at that like level of people, I'm extroverted. It's like I keep considering myself an introvert, but people are like, you're extroverted. So I'm already at that level of like good enough social skills to really just like think about that. But anyways, this was my plan. Finish the plan. It is the 29th of September. Got like 500 business cards. Dang. Whatever. I'm gonna get out there and I'm gonna keep passing them out. So, farewell.